How to make your website create new customers. Bit of a strange title, not one of my best, but kind of does what it says on the tin, I think is the phrase we use in the UK. So, who am I? Well, I'm John Butt. What do? Well, I podcast at here, the Marketing for Owners podcast, but I also help you create a self-marketing company, which is a business that does its marketing on its own while you do other work or do other things you'd rather be doing or you should be doing. So, your website. Now, I'm assuming you have got a website because this is the 21st century after all. It's 2016 when I'm recording this. Surely your business has a website. Now, don't tell me you're getting one because you should just have one. It's no big deal. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. You're overthinking it. Your website has to be a lot more simple than you think, because its job is to create new customers. It is not there just to give you an alternative place to send people to save having to print brochures for them. Don't just say, go and have a look at my website. Make sure that when they go to your website, it is going to be able to convert them into a customer. So let me explain. Now, and if you're wondering, wow, well, who are you, John? What do you know about it? Well, just before I recorded this, I just quickly worked out. My business is create somewhere between 60 to 70 new customers, so that doesn't include repeat customers, every single day. And when I mean customers, I mean people who have paid money, and they come purely online. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing it for quite a while. Very simply, if your website if it doesn't sell stuff, okay, let's make it simple. If it sells things, if it is like Amazon or like my Fire Protection Online or something like that as an e-commerce site and it sells stuff, then there are different ways of getting them there and they're going to become customers. But if it doesn't, let's assume it doesn't actually sell something online, because you don't need to, then generally most people's websites are purely a brochure, which means they have an about page. They tell you about your services, your products. They have a home page. They say, welcome to our lovely site. And it's pretty, it's nice. When you went to the web designer, you thought this was the best looking version. You thought it was great. But what do you think they're going to do? That's it. What do you think they're going to do? Once they look at it and finish, what do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to look for a phone number, which may be clear at the top of the page, and then they're going to phone you up? Or do you think they're going to go to the contact us page and they're going to fill in the form, or they're going to find the email address and email you? No? Yes? No? See, you're not sure, are you? Well, they're not. Generally, people surf around websites in their spare time, not when they're busy. If they're busy and they're surfing on a website, your website, it means what they need is quite urgent, and filling in an email form is not going to help them. They want something right now. They want answers to their problems. The reason they require your product or your services, the things you do, and they're looking at it, is because they have a problem, they have a need, and they're looking to fill it. And they don't want to mess about. If they wanted to phone up or to fill in email forms, they'd be using other means. They want quick. So if it's in the evening, out of time, in their spare time, they're not going to phone you because they know they're going to get an answer phone. They don't think you're going to be there, because I doubt that you are going to be there. And if you are, you might not have put the hours you are open. If it's on the weekend, are you there? Are you going to answer the phone? If you're a shop, will you be busy? Do you have time to answer the phone? They're using the internet because they're used to it now. They're accustomed to it. It's been around for ages. So, to make your website get you new customers, you have to know who comes to your website, and you have to capture their information. And it's very, very simple. The website becomes a lead generation tool. And to do that, it needs to be modern. Meaning, and by modern, it means it needs to be updated. It needs to be current. People want to buy from somebody who gives them information. People want to be interested. They want to read something that looks like it's current. If it looks like it was written a while ago, they're not interested. If it's just a general, we do this, we sell this, they're not interested. That does not interest them. They want to hear about from there. They want to hear 7 ways to keep to comply with the accounting regulations. They want for their business. They want to learn 5 top tips to keep their lawn looking bright and green. They want to know things like this. They don't want to know that you do it. They're not interested. That's not their problem. You see, their problem with their lawn is it looks a bit scruffy. Now, of course, you know they need a landscape gardener or a gardening service, but that's not what they're looking for. They want to know how it should look good, and they want to find someone who can tell them, someone who's an expert. So the reason they're reading your thing about 5 top tips is not because they want to do it themselves. They might want to choose to do that, but generally, if they were going to do it themselves, they'd have done it. Yeah. They are looking for information. They want to know that you know. They don't want to hear that it's just a given that you do it. You don't have to tell them. They want to know how it's done, so that they're employing the right person that's going to get the right result that they're looking for. And with the accounting, we all know we can just go to an accountant, but wouldn't you feel better if you knew that accountant was good and had the information that's pertinent to your situation? So you need to be able to do this, and the best way to do this is with something like WordPress as a content management system. You can convert your website to a WordPress website. It costs you pennies. It will cost you less than $100 to put one together. You can do it yourself. WordPress, you can operate your own website. WordPress is as simple as using Word. It's been designed. It has the word Word and it's nothing to do with Word, but it's been designed to be what they call idiot-proof. Even I can use it. It is designed for those of us that are not website coders to be able to put our own websites together. It is over 1/3 of websites on the internet are built on WordPress because the actual platform in the background is free. It's free. WordPress is kind of like saying Android or Apple for your phone. It's the operating system in the background. It's dead simple, and there are apps, there are plugins that do everything. You can get people on Upwork or Freelancer or Fiverr to copy your information from your current website into a WordPress site. You can even have them set it up for you if you're just a little bit scared. But if you look at my website 101.co course, that shows you how to do it if you're not sure. But there's loads of free information online on YouTube of how to do it, everything. But once you do that, once you have a website, you can then update it. You can then add new products. You can then take photos of the last job you just did and what it looked like before and what it looks like afterwards. That's what people want. That's how you're going to get customers. That's how you're going to get leads. Now, of course, on another one, we'll talk about how to capture the leads, how to create a lead magnet, something of value that people will enter their email for, and then you can email them and nurture them as a lead and convert them into a customer. But just start with that, please. Please have a website that you can update and that gets updated and looks current. When I look for a service, first thing I look at, if it's out of date, I think they're old-fashioned, out of date, not using them. There's plenty of alternatives in Google for me to try, so remember that. Okay, now this is a Thursday, so a quick drive time podcast for you. Today we're recommending The Suitcase Entrepreneur. This is Natalie Sissons. She's from New Zealand, but she spends her time traveling the world, operating her business from wherever she is in the world. Now, you don't need to travel It's nice to hear, but what that means is that she operates from not an office. She operates online. She uses free tools, easy tools to manage her business and make money. And that would be of interest to you, my friend. So Natalie Sissons, The Suitcase Entrepreneur. You'll find it on iTunes, on everything, and she's got a great website. She's been around for years. Enjoy. Okay, tomorrow, by the way, ones to watch. Tomorrow we have a fantastic interview with Tom Morcus. You may not know Tom, but he is the secret name behind lots of the world's greatest book launches. Great interview, well worth a chance, well worth a listen. Sorry, see you soon.